Yeah, it's perfectly at a halfway point when I went perfectly halfway through. I'm thinking this thing might be cheating a little bit. It looks like someone tried to wipe all the AR crew records from the station, but a few couldn't be deleted. The system shows the ones left behind were being accessed at the time of the wipe. I hope you can read this. Okay, your real handler is back from the bathroom now. Bye. Oh, shit. Part of the AI net's fully transferred. Our techs here are looking at it remotely. It's intact. A random Odin fact for you while you work. Odin was the very first AI to be branched from the original source over 100 years ago. He's an old guy. This is H, by the way. Hi. I hope you can read this. Okay, your real handler's gonna be back in the bathroom now. Bye. Looks like someone tried to... Okay. Someone else is talking to me. I don't know if it's because it's just some random person that also works at the company I work from that's just like popping by and screwing around, or if I'm like part of some kind of like group that's trying to subvert the system and maybe like expose information we find here. Because they talked about groups that are like AI activist groups. Like, what if that's who we are? That would be curious. We're captured 2 days ago. Cared for them. I think Odin's trying to talk to me.
Hey, Sarah. We'll see you over in Mech. As soon as everything's wrapped up here.
All right. Good speed. Once.
What are you looking at? Who are you talking? Oh, you're talking to Odin. Isn't having more data available to the pilot desirable? Yeah, but the raw nav data is formatted for the Zenith AI's use, not... Britt's gonna need to be able to use all this stuff in real time while she's at the controls, so... Navigation can code itself, interpret the data, and display its recommendation for optimal manual inputs to the pilot. Expose the raw data for cross-reference if needed, yes. I understand. I will prepare revision 2.212 of the manual drone navigation control software and... Oh, EV again. No, it's okay. Don't worry about... But I just wanted to say I think you're a really good station admin. And no matter how I acted, I want you to know... Not gonna let you down. That's very sweet, Nat. I appreciate it. I need to... See you on the other side. Emergency in effect. Cryogenics facilities active. 2 out of 6 are occupied now. There's probably her and the other character that's cooperating with her. 50 hours of oxygen supply. Neutral phase. Thanks for your input. Oh, that's it.
More into the breach? What?
I don't know. I'm just thinking about how Evie and Clive are already in deep freeze. Did you read the message they sent?
Yeah. Why are we going into the supply closet?
I got to talk to them a little bit right before Sarah took them down to cryo, and Evie was being so encouraging. They're putting all their faith in us, but...
But what?
Right before they turned to go, just for a second, they look so worried.
Oh, baby.
The clock is ticking, and I just keep thinking, what if the last time they saw each other is the last time they'll ever see each other?
Don't think about that.
How can I? How can you not think about it?
So, you know the concept of partitioning from early century computing?
Yeah, I think so.
So, you have a data drive. And maybe one partition was your operating system, and the other one was like general data storage. And maybe you'd partition part of the drive off to contain something that might be unstable, that you otherwise kind of, wanted not to interfere with anything else. There are certain things that are gonna help us get this done, but some things, they need to be partitioned off. Because thinking about them isn't gonna help us.
But you're thinking about us, at least, aren't you?
Yeah. And when I do let myself start thinking about how there's a possibility this is the last of our time together too.
Nat?
Then I start thinking we should really make the most of it.
As a violent tackle, that took out all the shelves here. Sinus aid, fast acting relief. Duh. Gonna try to make the most of it, huh? Oh. It's pretty locked. Oh, it's just some supplies though. Probably not the big a deal for me. Alright. So, not surprising. Some of the last people here are one of the couples. And they might die soon. Not the worst time for one last romp. There we go.
Okay, Sarah. We'll see you over in Mech. Soon as everything's wrapped up here.
All right, good speed.
There's the same information. 2 old crew. Tacoma's remaining. Tacoma's remaining something. To everyone left awake on Tacoma Station, I've added a tracking widget to all crew desktops. It displays a pretty accurate estimate of how much breathable air remains on the station. Following the algae bloom and EV and Clive going to cryo, that counter should give you a pretty good... Keep an eye on it. And alright, so he and her are still out, and then those two, Clive and EV, are both already under. I don't know if there's going to be any more messages from them or any context from them at all. They have 50 hours to go. Hey ladies, your scans look good. You're cleared for cryo. If, God forbid, into those pods, attaching same standard instructions I sent along to EV and Clive. Cryogenics sleep, a patient's guide. In the case of a medical emergency, when surgical or other required medical facilities, temporary cryogenic suspension until you can be transported for treatment. Here is a quick look at preparation. Medical staff will scan you and determine an appropriate regimen of fluids to be administered by intravenous dosage of diuretics and laxatives, and given time for your body to react to them before. Medical staff will guide you as you enter the cryogenic device. If the cryogenic facilities at your location are in microgravity, medical staff will have special training and what? That's a... Oh, there it goes. Yep, there that goes. Alright.
Oh, Odin. Did I do the right thing?
In what regard?
Does Nat deserve to know what her odds are if she ends up going into cryo?
I believe that you have made a decision with both Roberta and Natalie's best interests at heart.
Above all, do no harm.
Nat. Is that who I think it is? Yeah. Isn't she the one that's engineering all this? To an extent, I guess she's working with some of the tech stuff, but like, you're the one engineering everything. So she might end up going into cryo. And apparently she may not survive it. Well, that recontextualizes their last romp all the more, I guess.
If we do make it out of this thing, Nat's going to have to find out I didn't tell her everything at some point.
I believe that is a bridge to be crossed at a later date. Andrew is here for his exam.
Oh. Send him in.
Hey there. Time to follow you back to wherever the hell you were hiding when we started this. Oh, here you come. Hey, Andrew. Love you both. Dear Mark and Nicholas, I don't know how to say this, but accident on the station. If you're reading this, we weren't able to survive it, and I'm sorry. Nicholas, I'm sorry I won't be there to see you grow up to be the amazing man I always see you becoming. Mark, I'm sorry I won't be there to hold your hand as we grow together, but don't forget me. Know that I loved you more than I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Odin, I can't do this right now. I'll finish this later. Stop dictation. Oh, he was saying, that's why the sentence is weird. Because he was saying this all out loud and he cut it off. And then it was getting auto-deleted, apparently, which sucks. Because this could have been his dying message. He might be dead. I don't know how this ends is the interesting thing. I don't think we get the context for this. The drone was never meant to support human life. There's no air system, no onboard controls at all. There's not enough radiation shielding for human passengers. And I'm just going to have to figure out where to scavenge all that stuff from Tacoma in a way that won't break the station. And I hope that I can retrofit the drone to support human life long enough for me to manually pilot the 6 of us from Tacoma to the moon. So I really need to get back to it. Sorry, thanks for buying us a few more hours of oxygen with that algae thing, Andrew. From Evie St. James, prepping for cryo. Dear crew, I would rather not be writing this. Clive and I... Not why I wish I weren't signing these words. It is because, above all, I believe in this crew, and I wish I could be there to see you succeed in this. We have the right people to make our plan a reality. We will breathe fresh air again. We will see our families again. We will feel the Earth's pull again, together. For now, Clive and I will do our part and settle into cryo. Soon Andrew will join us. Sarah, Bert, and Nat, we're all counting on you. Couldn't be in better hands. With love and gratitude, Evie and Clive. Andrew, the information you requested. Oh, it's an FAQ. Transport of remains and funeral arrangements are paid for by Venturis. Loyalty and additional Venturis accident insurance that the contractor has invested in are immediately transferred to the contractor's specified beneficiary. Compound loyalty continues to accrue contract term. So this is all what happens if the contractor dies. Stay safe, everyone. QR codes are interesting. I wonder if it's so that you can then have it translated or anything like that. But I imagine this is just a dictation of that. I'm not really sure.
Odin, is Sarah ready for me?
I will tell her that you are here.
So you showed up for your exam.
I did.
So does that mean you've decided to...
What's gonna happen to us, Sarah?
What? Well, Bert and Nat are going to fix up the drone with life support, and then we're...
No. I mean... What if things don't work out? And we're still stuck in cryo?
Oh. Well, when you go into stabilizing sleep, it feels just like any other sleep, really. The body effectively goes into a controlled hypothermic coma.
Do you dream?
Sometimes. Sometimes very intense dreams.
And then what?
After a certain amount of time, your body slows down too much, things start shutting down, don't wake back up.
It doesn't hurt.
No.
Do you think Bert and Nat can get it done?
I do.
Then I'll just have to trust your professional opinion and do my part. It's been good working with you, Doc. I'm ready for my exam.
Oh, oh, the romp, right. Never mind. Hey, it's like a Windows screensaver. Yeah, that's just them having their fun. That's what the crash is. What's this? Temperate rainforest. Ocean beach. Summer showers. This is the thing they were trying to launch, right? Yeah. Yeah, sponsored message. So in this version of computers, the thing's just stuck here all the time because it's the sponsored thing. So they were already selling bungalows, even though they didn't even get the laws through that would allow that to happen, and it wasn't even a close vote. So that was a mistake on their part. Contractor Hasmati, thank you for updating your crew AR bioscan record access. Please enter a code reminder phrase for future reference. Graduation. Alright, let's write that down in case it comes up again. There we go. Just writing down various codes and we'll see if they come up or not. Renewal options. Contractor Hasmati, we would like to remind you that while your posting contract on Lunar Transfer Station Tacoma is currently up for renewal, there would be many more posting options open to you if you were to accept personal responsibility for the incident on September 2nd, 2085. We're narrowing down our year a little bit more. We're between 2085 and 2088. Upon the foundation of Paradise. As you know, the court case has been settled, so there would be no further negative impact on you, and your opportunities within Venturis would be significantly improved. Foundation, the Fountain of Paradise. I'll take the renewal, thanks. So she's refusing to accept responsibility for something that may or may not be something that she's responsible for, I suppose. Kind of like just leaving their ID up in case I ever come back in here. Hey, there's Earth. So maybe I assume she doesn't feel responsible unless she has some other motivation not to accept it. Lip balm. School of Medicine. Huh. She graduated in 2080, the same... Oh. Right. There we go, I wrote down 2080. Because that is going to be the code we need. That's what graduation meant. Where have I seen a locked door? Did I ever get inside of her gym locker? There was 2 locked doors, right? But I think I opened both of them. I don't think she was one of the ones that had locked one. I guess we'll see. What kind of books do you read? William Williams. What a name. My 2 options for height are not ideal right now. Nutritional science. Yeah. Mostly stuff relevant to her job. Most of them have like a mix of stuff relevant to their job and stuff that they have for their own sake. Which I would say that's one of them, is the collected poems. And you can't make out what some of these things are. Unknown. What? Oh, space is the restart, right. I think that was everything. There's only 4 characters, so these memories might start going faster now. Imaging. X-rays and whatnot. Please... Oh, no need to fully disrobe. Just remove stuff from your pockets. It's the bioscan room. Kitty! Eh. Just roaming. I like that it's just around in every chapter. It apparently likes people enough to always be in the same part of the ship as the rest of them, even if it's hanging out in the middle of nowhere. That is such a trip. You feel completely stationary until the moment you look out a window, and then you can't see anything besides how you're definitely moving and something else is definitely standing still. Which of course is also wrong, because even though that's how you feel... What the hell? Oh, it's just a... Yeah, it's just a thing. Oh, hey. Wait, that's just, it's one of those things. It's a model. But yeah, of course, it's a myth to think that the station's staying still and you're the one that's moving. Because everything's moving in space all the time. That's how space works. That's how reality works. Is there 2080? There you go. Ah, the scans. She's A-okay. Got a good heart, got a good liver, got a good brain, got good kidneys, got good femur. Specifically, that's the one thing we checked. That's the one bone we check, is just the femur. Is it the femur? Am I mixing those up? I think I'm right. Vision and hearing schedule 1. She's 27 years old. Patient exhibits no physical symptoms that might lead to injury or death following cryogenic stasis or revival. Physicians should proceed with cryogenic procedures as appropriate. Oh no, I'm not supposed to be looking at this. Don't tell anybody. Let's leave her a suspenseful final thing because they're supposed to be in danger. Hey, you're all smiles too. Cryogenic risk factors? None. Yep. You're 41. And I'm gonna see something else now, huh? Oh, it's her. She's risk of heart failure. She's only 23. Shit. Yep. She's significantly younger than even I am. Yeah, she's 6 years younger than me, and she's already a space engineer or something. Not really tech person, but she's in space, and she's doing some variation of engineering, sort of. Okay, so she's got a heart murmur. Well, patient exhibits clear signs of cardiovascular abnormality, heart murmur. This condition represents severe risk of death during the cryogenic revival process. Expected probability of survival for the patient is under this treatment is 18%. Patient is not recommended for cryogenic stasis. Physicians should consider alternative methods of treatment for this patient. Well, shit. Is there a 23-year-old corpse in cryo right now? Probably not. There's probably not anyone in cryo right now. Whoever died has probably been retrieved, if anyone died, because we still don't know. I don't gotta wash my hands again. All these dead people around. I definitely walked away well before it ever finished, which means I probably didn't even put my hands in. The doctor is out. Right, I was here before. A lot of stuff about this job is so simultaneously cool and horrifying at the same time. God, isn't that freaky how your perspective of movement changes the moment I do this? Like, look, I am in a stationary room and nothing is moving, and then I'm on a Ferris wheel. Like, I don't see those as a bunch of like rotating gears that are just outside and those things are spinning. I specifically feel my own movement immediately, and my perspective of how my space works around me changes instantly. And that screws with me. Right, that's medical storage. I remember that. And this is her personal quarters, which I don't think I've been to yet. Nope. Oh, I missed that, what it said. So, celebrating my last night on terra firma for a while. Love you, Charlene. Oh, she's following a celebrity. Somebody with 2.4 million followers. Check out my hangover food. It's like an egg and toast. Yeah, so she's following somebody else's Instagram, basically. End of feed. She's gone all the way down to the bottom. Oh, in memory of JJ, they're dead. 1980. This is the person that I think this person died and she won't, that's the person she won't accept responsibility for. Unfortunately, the information you have requested is defined as classified by Venturis, so I am unable to transmit it to you. I wish I could. I'm sorry, Sarah. It's okay, you don't have to apologize. I know you have your rules you have to follow. I wonder if Nat could get at it. I cannot prevent you from approaching Natalie about this issue. I can advise you that doing so would violate the terms of her security clearance. No, on another facility. Like if she was malfunctioning or if there had been anything wrong with her that people might not have known about. I could try looking at NVT's tech error ticket, backlog for any hits. Okay, Fountain of Paradise Medical AI, about 3 years ago. So she's convinced the AI fucked up something about the procedure of the person that's dead, and she's browsing the log of here. That's the connections here. Egg of a Day, Odyssey to the Stars. Day 28, Spaceport City. That's the same photo. Is this their blog? JJ Pratt, yep, 2085. Decided to take my first ever trip up to the space elevator of the Fountain of Paradise tomorrow. The glitz, the glamour, the zero-G. It's going to be incredible, and all thanks to you, my loyal supporters. But first, I spend a day in the hustle and bustle of Spaceport City, the lively jumble of improvised bungalows, gray market vendors, and of course those famous Singaporean food stalls that surround the space elevator's spectacular base tower. One last egg a day before I lift off from terra firma. Here we go. So is this the egg a day blog? So they do like a, yeah, they have like a blog that's specifically about this, more or less. Like, is this like a food blog? Oh, they had 2 million followers, and I guess they died. They must have had some kind of accident, and then she was the one who was tending to him, and then bad happened, apparently. I never thought I'd see Earth from this height. But this is the last known picture. And then just end of feed. I don't think an interface would look like that, but okay. While toast takes the center stage of this classic Singaporean street foods named, the real star of the show is this pair of perfectly running half-boiled eggs drizzled with slather and more good egg, then dipped liberally in the soft... Yep. Thank you again to all my eggheads who have flagged me in their loyalty affiliate programs this month. Flag me today to join up and receive premium content like this. Day 1 every week. Yeah. So yeah, there was like a food blogger, I guess. This is a neat way to... There's a lot of neat storytelling mechanics being employed here, and I'm game for this. Your personal AR yoga instructor. Downward dog. What's this do? Oh, it turns it off. Warrior 2. Side split. Scorpion pose. If you encounter this in the wild, you better run, or it's gonna sting you. It's the scorpion pose. "120 years of independence." Oh, minted in 2087. So I think we are in 2087. Because wasn't something coming in 2088? And that's like the future? 2085. That narrows down our time considerably. Hi, Sarah. So glad somebody wanted one of these beautiful orchids. Remember, not too much water. And just ask if you need guidance on the upkeep. Plant care tips. I'm here to help. It's not a font, and I love that. I love it when a game actually goes through the effort to handwrite their handwritten notes. So, like, they probably had one person for each character who wrote all the notes that character wrote, so the handwriting was consistent and stuff like that. Like, I hate it when it's supposed to be like, look at this handwritten note, it's so authentic, and it's like a font, and you can tell, because like every E looks the same and stuff like that. It always bothers me. Don't pretend. Too much happiness, runaway, and the moons of Jupiter. That's all food and diet stuff. Nope. How long has that been turned off, I wonder? Surat al-Baqarah, the heifer. In the name of God, the gracious, the merciful. Alif Lam Mem. This is the book in which there is no doubt, a guide for the righteous. Those who believe in the unseen and perform the prayers and give from what we have provided for them. And those who believe in what was revealed to you and in what was revealed before you and are certain of the hereafter. These are upon guidance from their Lord. These are the successful. Surat al-Fatiha, the opening. In the name of God, the gracious, the merciful. Praise be to God, Lord of the worlds, the most gracious, the most merciful, Master of the day of judgment. It is you we worship, and upon you we call for help. Guide us to the straight path, the path of those you have blessed, not of those against whom there is anger, nor of those who are misguided. She has panic attacks. The mathematics of the mosque. The Handmaid's Tale. What the fuck? I have The Handmaid's Tale. How is it that big? The Handmaid's Tale is so much smaller than that. It's just not that long of a book. Like it's like 300 pages or something. Holy shit. Do you get the big text version because you don't want to... Do you wear your glasses or something? Or... Well... I mean, with Trump in the office and everything, she literally is talking about writing a sequel. So... Maybe that's the first book and the sequel bundled together in one book or something. I don't know. Not that they knew that, because I think I think Margaret Atwood talking about maybe writing a sequel to The Handmaid's Tale would have come out more recently than this game. 5 HSU. Deep waters in the heavens. Thunderclouds approaching from the west, but no rain yet. The superior person nourishes himself and remains of good cheer to condition himself for the moment of truth. Great success if you sincerely keep to your course. You may cross the far shore. Changing line, Hex 48, The Well. If you haven't read The Handmaid's Tale, it's the elevator pitch is that it's essentially a feminist version of 1984. Is about right. There you go. As the quickest summarization anyway. And the Hulu show, season 1 is basically the book with some changes, and season 2 is essentially a sequel to the book. Because like the book ends, but they're already like the third season's coming out, or has started coming out already now. I think we're there in the timeline. Unlock the wisdom of I Ching. An oracle. So old school, like wooden looking. And I'm a little paranoid about how much stuff I'm probably missing. Ramadan Kareem. So probably am. I haven't necessarily been keeping as much of an eye out for drawers as maybe I should have. I don't know. That's part of the personal experience of each person that plays the game, is that you have the different, you all end up having different experiences with what you find in a really dense setting. A mindful life. Everyone definitely has their own theme of what kind of stuff they're reading. I think we're about done with the stuff. kind of amused that the music or atmosphere like speakers are AR speakers. They're just pretending to be there. Instead, the audio is being projected through the AR itself, apparently. 100%. It looks like someone tried to wipe all the... Yeah, everything left behind was being accessed. Luckily, even with the attempted data wipe, Odin appears to be mentally intact, just dormant. We're close to having a full picture of the data structure. What do we got here? Proceed immediately to the engineering module. Once AI data is transferred from all modules, you must also secure and return the AI's physical processing medium. The latter requirement is of the highest priority. Alright. About to go on our one last trip. Visit engineering, and then, I don't know, maybe there's an epilogue or ending of some sort between that and the credits rolling or whatever. But we're on our way out. Stop it. I'm not into your belt.